If you think Zeus is the heroic king of the gods you grew up seeing in family-friendly movies, you've only heard half the story. What he actually did is so disturbing that most modern retellings avoid it completely. And number 4 might genuinely change the way you see Greek mythology forever. Zeus, king of Olympus, god of thunder, the most powerful deity in Greek mythology. But the real Zeus wasn't a hero. He was feared, he was ruthless, and in many stories, he behaved more like a tyrant than a protector. Today, I'm going to show you 5 dark truths about Zeus that rarely make it into popular retellings. And by the end, you may never look at mythology the same way again. The version most people know? That's the softened story. Let me show you the nightmare behind it. Dark truth number 1. Zeus didn't simply defeat his father in a glorious, heroic battle. The truth was far darker. His father, Kronos, swallowed his own children alive because of a prophecy that one of them would overthrow him. Zeus survived only because his mother hid him away. When he finally returned as an adult, he tricked Kronos into forcing his siblings back into the world. What followed wasn't justice. It was a brutal war that shattered heaven itself. Gods fought titans. Mountains were torn apart. Lightning burned the sky for years. Victory didn't bring peace. It began a cycle of violence where sons destroyed fathers, and power was taken through fear. And that was only the beginning. Dark truth number 2. This is where things become deeply uncomfortable. Many stories present Zeus as a loving husband to Hera, but ancient myths describe something very different. Zeus constantly pursued mortal women, nymphs, and even goddesses, and he rarely approached them honestly. He transformed himself to deceive them. He became a swan, a bull, even another person entirely. In one story, he disguised himself as someone trusted, just to get close enough, and the consequences were devastating. Because Hera often punished the victims instead of Zeus himself, women were cursed, turned into animals, driven into madness, their children hunted. This wasn't romance. It was power used without consequence. And if you think that was the worst thing Zeus ever did, what he did to his own wife makes it seem merciful. Dark truth number 3. Zeus's first wife wasn't Hera. It was Metis, the goddess of wisdom. When she became pregnant, a prophecy reached Zeus. Her child might grow stronger than him. The same fear that drove Kronos. The same fear Zeus once hated. So Zeus tricked Metis into transforming herself into something small. And then he swallowed her, alive, while she was pregnant. Later, unbearable pain split through his skull. From it emerged Athena, fully formed and armored. The story is often told as a miracle, but underneath it lies something darker. Zeus became exactly what he once fought against, a ruler so afraid of losing power that he consumed his own family to keep it. Dark truth number 4. This one may be the hardest to hear. Prometheus was a titan who cared about humanity. He saw humans struggling in darkness, cold, helpless, afraid. So he gave them fire, knowledge, hope. Zeus had forbidden it. He wanted humanity weak and dependent on the gods. When Prometheus disobeyed him, Zeus didn't simply punish him. He made an example of him. Prometheus was chained to a mountain. Every day, an eagle descended and tore open his body to eat his liver, Every night, because he was immortal, the wound healed, and the torture began again. Day after day, year after year, for thousands upon thousands of years, all because he helped humanity. What kind of ruler punishes compassion with endless suffering? Dark truth number 5. Even the ancient Greeks feared Zeus. Their prayers often begged him not to notice them. Temples were built as much from fear as devotion. In one myth, Zeus flooded the world after becoming enraged with humanity. Entire civilizations vanished beneath rising water. Only 2 people survived to rebuild the human race. In other stories, he struck down allies and even his own children when prophecies threatened his authority. Some philosophers openly questioned whether Zeus deserved worship at all. But people still honored him, because refusing the king of the gods felt far more dangerous. Mythology wasn't written as comfort, it was written as warning. Ancient storytellers understood something deeply human. Absolute power changes people. If this shocked you, the next story will go even further, because there is a goddess whose punishments made even Zeus hesitate. If you made it this far, comment, "Zeus was a villain." Subscribe if you want the real stories behind mythology, and I'll see you in the next one.